guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with a very exciting vlog, and that is going to be reading the best books of 2019 according to Booktube. Now, these are 5 books that I've picked from 5 of my favorite booktubers, and they are in their top of 2019. I believe all of these are 2019 releases except for one, and that's because the one is from a booktuber who's not really a romance reader, but it is a romance book. So I went and looked at all their channels. Most of them do have their top of 2019 already posted. I'm filming this on the 31st, and I think all of them except for one do, but I obviously know what this other booktuber's favorite book is. So I'm gonna get to the 5 I'm gonna read, and then I'm gonna read them and chat with you about them. So 2 of these books I've reserved from the library, and they still haven't come in yet. I typically don't use the library, and I'm spoiled by Overdrive and Amazon Prime, so I'm not used to waiting over a week for a book. But the first one is going to be from Kayla from Books and Lala. I think we all know how obsessed she was with Middlegame by Seanan Mcguire. This is definitely out of my comfort zone. I don't read a lot of YA fantasy sci-fi books. I don't know how to qualify this book. I haven't gotten it yet from the library. It's coming in. It's in transit right now. But this is about Roger and Dodger, and they're twins. And Roger is good at language, Dodger is good at math and numbers, and I guess they were created by someone. And that's all I know. I just read the synopsis, and that's all it really said. He's good at the alchemical arts. The creator of Roger and Dodger wants them to be like gods. So I have literally no idea what I'm getting into with this book, but it was one of Kayla's favorites from 2019, so I guess I'm going to give it a try and see if it's actually the best of 2019. So the next one's also inspired from Kayla, but it's actually on the best list from Chandler Ainsley, and it is going to be Dig by S. King. I don't know if this is on Kayla's list. I haven't seen her video yet. She's posting it later today, but this was on Chandler's video, and Chandler actually read this for her taste test for Books and Lala. So I am very wary. This is probably the one I'm most nervous about because I think this book is just weird. I just know it's about potato farmers, and that's it. I literally don't even know. I have the synopsis right here, and I'm just like, what is this? I don't know, but I know that Chandler read it and she was pleasantly surprised. She didn't know what to expect either, and it was just strange, but she loved it. And so it's on Chandler's best. I think it's going to be on Kayla's best, and I haven't yet read an A.S. King book, but I know that A.S. King is one of Kayla's favorite authors, so I'm going to give this one a shot as well. This one is the other book coming into the library for me. Then this one I actually reserved the audio for because I do want to listen to the audio of one of these books just to get through it quicker. And it's one of my favorite authors, and it's actually from Haley and Bookland. Haley, I actually stopped. I watched her all the time when I first started Booktube like 4 years ago. And then I stopped watching her because I evolved into romance and she stuck to YA. This year, Haley has been reading a lot of romance, and it's making me so happy. And so in her top list was Love and Other Words by Christina. Now this one I know was not a 2019 release. This was released in 2018, so it's just a year behind. But she read this and absolutely loved it, and so I'm gonna read it. I just know it is about a married couple who is trying to fix their marriage. So it's kind of a second chance romance between 2 people who are married, and hopefully the audio comes in soon. I'm number 5 on the list, but it says it's gonna take up to 3 weeks. So sometimes that lies, sometimes it doesn't. So hopefully this audio comes in, or else I'll just have to read the paperback. But I love Christina. This is one of the few, well, I haven't read a lot of their series, but this is one of the few standalones that I haven't read by them, so I'm very excited to have this on this list. The next one I have to read because this person actually gifted it to me for Christmas, and it's something that I think all of Booktube can agree is one of the best books they read in 2019, and that is Lesson in Thorns by Sierra Simone. This is because this is on Riley Marie's top reads of the year, and Riley gifted this to me for Christmas, so thank you, Riley. This one is polyamorous and secret societies, I think, and an elite school, and that's all I know. I'm gonna save this for Smuttathon, which starts on January 4th, so I'm gonna read this during that week and let you guys know how I feel. I do know not a lot of people enjoyed book 2, but tons of people were reading this and loving it, so this did definitely take over Booktube, at least the romance world, in 2019, so I'm definitely excited to see what the hype about this book is all about. To round out this genre, diversity, I guess I could say, is going to be The Silent Patient, and this is from Gabby Reads. I checked out Gabby's video and she had this and a Riley Sager book, but this one I also know was on Chandler's top of reads of the year. So I'm going to read this one. I've been meaning to read it ever since I got it this year, and so this one's about a woman who kills her husband and then doesn't talk, and everybody's like, why'd you do it? You were normal, you guys had a happy marriage, and then you just kind of out of the blue killed your husband, and she won't talk to anybody about it. And so there's, I think, a detective or a doctor that kind of takes this case and is determined to solve it. So I love thrillers now. They have to be good. So I'm very picky with thrillers, but if it's a good thriller, I become obsessed. So I think I'm gonna open this one first and read it tonight after I finish the romance I'm reading, and then continue it on with it tomorrow. So I'm very excited to read this one, and hopefully I like it. It's definitely got a ton of hype. I don't know if this won the Goodreads Choice Awards for thriller, but it was definitely in the top 10. So I'm very excited to read this. So that is my TBR for this challenge, and I'm super excited. So I'm gonna go and read and catch up with you guys on the process of my reading with all these books to see if they really are the best books that came out in 2019.
Hello, we are back home from the parents' house. Hello, hello. It is January 1st. I did want to show you, we got the giant snuggle sweatshirts that come down to our knees that our mother got us for Christmas. So we're excited to have those. Pink is for me, purple is for my sister. Sorry if there's a glare on my glasses, but like I said, I just started this vlog yesterday and I've already finished my first book. I didn't realize there's a lot of time until midnight in a day. So we went over to our parents at like 2-ish and had dinner and everything. Then we put on Top Gun, we watched Below Deck, and I just ended up reading the entirety, almost the entirety of The Silent Patient last night. I finished it this morning after the gym before going out to lunch with my family, and I don't know. So I'm not a thriller reader, and I like thrillers when I do read them that are very engaging for the entire time, and I've realized I don't like thrillers that it takes the entirety of the book to get to a twist, and then it's like that one twist is supposed to be the payoff for reading 300 pages of just like okay novel. And that's what this book was. We got about 300 pages of just like okay, like this is just what's happening, and then the last 20 pages were supposed to be what made the book the book. And I didn't necessarily see the twist coming, but I knew it had to be something like that. So like there were signs and I'm like, this doesn't seem right, and so I know the twist has to do with this, and it did. It didn't like blow my mind. I still didn't understand that well why she was silent. It's about a woman who ends up shooting her husband and not saying anything for years, and this psychotherapist being very intrigued by her case, so he decides to work with her to see if he can get her to talk and figure out what happened. So it was okay. I'm giving it 3.5 stars. I think the hype got to me because I was expecting something huge to happen at the end that like blew my mind, and it didn't. I was just like, yeah, that makes sense. Kind of like The Whisper Man. I read that last year, and the ending, I was just like, yep, that makes sense. Like, cool, that's what I would have expected the ending to be, even though I didn't know what the ending was gonna be. So that ending, I'm just like, yeah, that definitely makes sense for this story, but it's not something that like blew me away. And it's the fact that that was the only twist in this 300-page book was at the end. So we spent the entire time watching him getting to know her, getting to talk to everybody who knew her. We got some of her journal snippets, and there was just all these other things I thought of that would have been like cool twists, and the ending was just okay. So 3.5 stars for this. I agree with Kayla from Books and Lala, this was not the best. So I'm not agreeing with Gabby and Chandler and Melissa H from Melissa H's channel. This was on her top 2. I see why people love it, but I myself did not see it as a 5-star read because the entirety of the novel wasn't as thrilling as I wanted it to be. So I do think the hype got to me on this one. But first book down and now 4 to go. So we'll see what I think of the other books once they come in at the library, because they're still not in, 2 of them, or the audiobook. So we'll see whenever I finish these books. Hi, little baby. You're tired. Both of the puppies are tired. Darcy's over there as well. I have a new book to start. I just took a break from this challenge to read Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. 5 out of 5 stars. Love that. And now it is Saturday the 4th, so I need to start on Sierra Simone's A Lesson in Thorns because the Smutathon's happening. And this is a book I'm reading for that. But my puppies are already all tired. Let's go see Darcy. Hi, baby. I'm just uploading a video right now. My December wrap up. What's Darcy Boo doing? You tired? Yes, they're so tired. It's only 8, but my puppies are so cute. Hey guys, it's Sunday and I spent the morning, I got a ton done this weekend, and then I was looking at my master's class which starts, and I have to write a 5 to 7 page essay every week, and it's just, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this. I already did all my readings for the week. I have videos to watch. I did my discussion post for the week, and I have to respond to people, and then I have to like analyze my own school's literacy program and write a 5 to 7 page analysis of it. So just lots of work to be done, and all I want to do is read. So I'm going to try to not complain too much about starting my master's to you guys. It's all online, and it's like 6-week courses. So I understand why it's a lot of work, but yeah. I'm doing literacy, so my first class is about literacy, so we'll see how it goes. But I am 100 pages into this. It's about noon. I got everything done I wanted to get done today. I'm trying to be organized. I have to really focus. I'm really good at managing my time, so I'm not too worried about it. It's just like the actual work I have to put into it. But I'm 100 pages into this. I read about 60 last night and 40 this morning before I put it down to get stuff done. I went to the gym, did stuff for my Etsy shop. I have a lot to do, but it's good so far. I actually really like it, but there's nothing like smutty about it yet, which is interesting because that's all I've heard about this book. It's polyamorous, and all 6 of them like kind of like each other, so that's interesting. They haven't been together in 12 years, and there's this mysterious thorn chapel that they're talking about, and there's something that their parents did, which I think their parents were part of this like secret society, and they're gonna learn about it. Our main character Poe, I forget what her full name is, but she goes by Poe. She's a librarian, so she's at this place to analyze their library and their books that Auden, yes, that Auden pretty much owns. And then I really like Saint Sebastian, who is like the poor boy who lives there. He's not like, his parents weren't friends with their parents, but he like kind of infiltrated their group because he like was a boy living there, so that's how he like became friends with them. I like it so far. We'll see how it goes. I have high hopes for the rest of it. I'm really enjoying it actually, and so I really want to keep reading. It's like hinting at some more promiscuous activity, but no one's actually like acted on anything. The characters are very interesting. They all like have these wants and desires about other people that they aren't acting on, and I'm interested to see what all like comes to fruition. So I'm gonna read more of this and enjoy my freedom until I have to write a 5 to 7 page essay this week. It'll be fine. It's just like not a straight up essay. I gotta do a lot of analysis, which is like fine, but I don't want to do it because I just want to read. But yeah, I'm gonna get to reading. Maybe in my library. Look at all those books. Of course, she brought her ball in. You silly. Hey guys, so it is currently Monday. I don't know what time it is, like 6? Oh, it's exactly 6 o'clock. So I'm in my sewing area, if you can tell. My book sleeves are all around me. I did just finish Lesson in Thorns by Sierra Simone, and I read most of this weekend, and I had like 40 pages left today. And I have conflicted feelings. So I'm annoyed because when I had 40 pages left, I went to Goodreads to see what people were rating this, because I've only seen Booktube talk about it, really, and I know they rave about it. And then I wanted to be like, well, why do they not like book 2? So I went to reviews of book 2, and someone spoiled the last 10 pages of this book in the review for book 2, which is my fault. When you're reviewing a second book, you're obviously going to spoil the first book, so I should not have done that. So I was not surprised by this ending. I was annoyed at myself. I don't know if I would have been surprised or not. I feel like it was foreshadowed enough that I kind of was like, okay, that makes sense. So this one was definitely more character and relationship driven than plot driven. When I went into this, I thought there's gonna be a lot of secrets, and it's definitely atmospheric, so it's like very gothic. There's this abandoned chapel,
connected to this mansion in this maze, and that's where they do their like secret rituals. And I wanted more of the mystery. Like, she's working in the library uncovering all these books about these rituals, and that's where they find this one to do together, and they figure out something about their parents, and like I wanted so much more that they figured out. I guess I wanted more of a plot. I wanted more secrets revealed. We still don't get the secret between Saint and Auden and what happened to them in the past. We still didn't get that, but the second book I believe is from Saint's point of view, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Saint's point of view, and we probably get it in there, but like we don't get it in here, and we don't get a lot of their past. Like, I don't know what they've been doing for the past 12 years, and I wanted more uncovered about their parents and everything else. And so like, yeah, the relationships were great, and I loved how they all kind of liked each other, and there were people who liked other people more, and there's that weird dynamic between Poe, Saint, and Auden, and like that all happening at the end. But I wanted more, like more shock, more secrets, and more stuff coming out than what we got. It just felt very slow and not a lot of plot, because they were all just leading up to this ritual they wanted to do together. So I'm giving this 4 stars. I see why people love it. I've literally never read anything like it, and it's got that representation of all these characters, and our main character has narcolepsy too, which Sierra Simone writes in the acknowledgements that she has as well, so that is own voices. But I expected more shock and more twists and more secrecy than we got in here, and now maybe more is gonna be revealed in book 2. I'm hesitant to read book 2 though, because everybody hates it. It still has a 4.0 rating on Goodreads though, so just everybody on Booktube hates it. We'll see. But this is 4-star read. It's still better than The Silent Patient, which I read, which is 3 stars. This is 4 stars. So next I'm gonna pick up Middlegame by Seanan Mcguire. This finally came in at the library, and it is giant with small text, so that's just lovely. But it is over 500 pages, and this one was almost 400 pages, so I'm just living my large book life right now. I read the first page, so I haven't gotten any into this, but I'm gonna hopefully get a chunk done tonight. I don't know how much I'll get done. My sister was supposed to go to work, but now she's on call, so she's here, which I'm super happy about, but it's less alone time for me. So yeah, we'll see. I'm interested and intrigued, and yeah, I don't know. Kayla and I don't really read the same books, so I don't know if I like this, but that's why I'm reading it, to branch out and see what everybody else loves. I just got done filming an entire book outlet haul of like 23 books, and yeah, where am I supposed to put these books? Help me. That's the mail right now. My book of the month should be coming soon. But I am checking in. It's Thursday, and I have a 3-day weekend because it's the end of the quarter and semester. So we do get the Friday off, and I am planning on reading a lot tonight. I have to write my paper tomorrow. I decided I'm not going to start it tonight. It's due Sunday, and I feel like I can knock a lot of it out tomorrow and then finish it Saturday. So that's all I have to do this weekend for my classes. But I am 300 pages into this, and it's good. I'm not gonna say I'm loving it. It's sci-fi, so it's not my typical genre, and it's just good. It's pretty slow moving. We're really developing Roger and Dodger's relationship. They just reconnected in college, so that's all I can really say. We're just getting into more of the intrigue, and it's 300 pages in, so yeah, developing a lot. But my audio of Love in Other Words finally came in. I'm already done with 2 out of the 7 parts, because it's overdrive, so it doesn't tell me like percentage wise how far I'm in or time wise. I'm about 2 hours in. It's about 8 hours of an audiobook, so it's so good. Oh, I knew it'd be good. It reminds me of a Colleen Hoover book, and I love Colleen Hoover, so that's good for me. Our main character is currently Macy. It's like flashing between the present and the past when like she first met this guy. When her mom died, her dad got a lake house cabin to have like an escape, and the family next door to that cabin has Elliot, who she becomes like best friends with, and something happened where then they didn't speak for 11 years, and they run into each other, and she is a resident doctor and she's engaged, and he is like, what the heck happened? So they're reconnecting, and it's gonna be their romance, so I'm loving it so far.
it's so good. The audio is so good, and I'm glad I'm reading a romance right now, more so than this one. So that's what I'm doing right now. So yeah, I'm gonna read tonight, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Is that Miss Lily with my books? Why are you so cute? We got their nails cut today, so they're looking pretty. Hi, Miss Darcy. What? Thank you, Miss Lily. We're just making some dinner, and they're hanging out.
Hi guys, so I finished Middlegame, and my dad's heard of it. So my dad works at a library. He says he's heard of this. He's like, oh, how is that? And I was like, you would not like it. I am giving it, my glasses glare, 3 stars. I feel like I'm betraying Kayla by not liking this book at all, but keep in mind I'm not a sci-fi reader, and this one just was very slow, and not even the main characters like knew the sci-fi of their world, so we didn't know, and they're like, we have to manifest, and they're like, well, what does that mean? I don't know. And I'm just like, I still don't know what that means, and I don't know how they did it, and I'm just super confused. And it literally took 400 pages to get to the actual action of the story, so we only got 100 out of 500 pages of actual action, and then I felt the ending dragged because like more things were thrown in. I was just bored through most of it. I feel so bad saying that, but I like kept on checking my phone and like counting the pages until the next section because it's divided into sections, and when I do that, I know I'm really not enjoying the book. I felt like it was way too slow, especially the first like 300 pages. It was just them developing and like talking to each other, then not talking to each other, and then talking to each other, then not talking to each other. And then we're like slowly introduced to the sci-fi stuff of what it is, because it's been happening, and I'm still super confused about it. And I don't like being confused. That's why I don't like the Raven Boys, which might be why Kayla loves the Raven Boys, because the first book, which is the only one I've read, I was confused, and I was like, I don't like being confused, so I'm not gonna read this. So 3 stars for Middlegame by Seanan Mcguire. I'm sorry, it just wasn't for me. Now I'm gonna pick up Dig, which I'm also terrified of because it's like weird sections with headings, and I don't know, like, what is that? I don't know. And it's about potato farmers. So I'm just gonna read this and see how it goes. And I'm almost done with Love and Other Words, which I'm loving. So I'll update you on that tomorrow when I finish that as well.
Hi, Lily. I just filmed a book haul, so this is a mess. It really is. Miss Lily, what are you doing? She came to keep me company. She's so adorable. Whoa.
I know open doors bother people. That's my closet. I'm sorry. I have a closet in my library because it's the 3rd bedroom of the house. But I keep all my dresses in there and my dresser because my room's too small for a dresser since my sister has the master. But Lily's smelling all my used books. You okay? I finished Love and Other Words. I finished the audio, and I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars, but the ending almost made me really do more 4.5. It's good. I like the second chance romance aspect. I like how there was something she was holding back and that she had to tell him. There was a reason that she left 11 years ago and never talked to him again. 2 reasons actually, and the one we weren't told until the end, and I didn't really like. I think it was, whose review was it? I think it was Chelsea's from Chelsea Darling Reed's review, saying like she didn't like how quickly he was forgiven for what he did, because it kind of just like glossed it over and like accepted it because of the second reason of why she left. So because of that, it's more of a 4.5 for me. The ending just felt kind of not concluded to me because of what he had done. It was never like he didn't have to do anything about it, but that's how this went. The audio was amazing though. I flew through it. 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this as a second chance romance. But I'm currently reading Dig by A.S. King, and it's interesting. It's more like, I feel like a just contemporary following a character, and so we have our main character. I don't even know if he has a name, if he's just the shoveler, and we follow this girl called the Freak. And they kind of have met once, and that's all we're doing so far. And he's got a really rough life, but they grow potatoes and they eat them every day. So that's really all I'm at so far. I'm on page 65. So I'm hoping to finish this today so this video can finally go up. I just wish I could read all these books in like a day so that these videos can go up right away, because I'm always so excited about them. But I'm gonna finish this today, hopefully edit this and put this up by Monday, because it's Saturday right now. I spent 2 hours today writing an essay that's APA formatted, and my professor sent out an example of an APA paper which doesn't follow the APA paper formatting that is actually right. So do I follow the professor's example? Do I follow what APA formatting is? Because she's grading our APA formatting. God, I love school. But yeah, I'm gonna finish reading this today, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Hi, Miss Lil. What are you doing? Hi, Miss Darcy. Are you wagging your tail? Whoa. What? Hi. Alright, guys, so we're gonna have Darcy right here in the picture. I just bonked you. I have about 40 pages left, and about 50 pages ago, I was like, this is so boring, probably a 3-star read. But now, everything is coming together and actually getting interesting. So, we'll see how I feel in 40 pages.
So, it's Sunday. We got Lily a new ball. And she is just like insane today. Insane. See this thing? She's freaking out. Look at her face. Yep, Lily is crazy. I read about 150 pages of Dig today. To finish it, I was not enjoying it. It was very slow and disjointed and just, oh, Lily's back. It's fine. And I'm gonna try to do this with her here. And it was boring to me. It was just all these characters, and there were so many, and they were hard to keep track of. Half of them didn't have names, and we're just going through life together. And I'm just like, who are these people and why do I care? Well, the last 80 pages were mind-boggling, mind-blowing. Such a strong, important message being told. Crazy things are put together, and I loved it. So when I was reading it in the beginning, I was like, wow, this is definitely like a 3-star. Why is everybody obsessed with this book? And then I finished it, and I was like, well, the ending was like a 5-star ending. So I'm gonna give this 4 stars. Just know it's about a bunch of different people and what they deal with in life. And there used to be a potato farm, so the farm's gone now, but there used to be a farm. That's all I can say. But wow, I never would have picked this up on my own, but that ending was just like, huh. Really made me think, and I understand why Kayla loved this book so much, because it's weird, and she likes weird books. And I think I've said this before, I'm very much more plot driven than character driven. I like it when things in a book happen. That's why I wasn't a fan of Middlegame. But this one, I liked it because the plot really picked up at the end. So 4 to 5 stars. I see why people love this, but it was not an absolute favorite for me. So I'm gonna go wrap this up and go through everything I read and who it's from and what I thought. So the first book was The Silent Patient, and this one is because Gabby Reeds loved this, and I believe also Melissa from She's an Open Book had this on her top 10 as well of 2019. I gave it 3 stars. Wasn't that impressed. Then I picked up A Lesson in Thorns by Sierra Simone. This was on Riley from Miley Marie's Top Romances of 2019. I gave this 4 to 5 stars. I really enjoyed it, though I wanted more. Then I picked up Middlegame by Seanan Mcguire. This is on Kayla from Books and Lawless, Top 10 of 2019, and I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. Not a fan, but this genre is not my cup of tea, so that's probably why. Then I have her ball in my lap. That's why she's behind me. But I picked up Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren on audio. Absolutely love this. The only 5-star read on this list. And this was from Haley and Bookland, though this is, I think, the only one on this list that did not publish in 2019. This one was published, I believe, in 2018. The last book was Dig by A.S. King. This was on Chandler from Chandler Ainsley's channel for the best book she read of the year. And this was also on Kayla from Books and Lawless best books of the year as well. And I give this one 4 to 5 stars, 3 for the beginning, 5 for the ending. And yeah, definitely happy that I read this. These are the 5 books I read for this challenge, and it was definitely an interesting ride. I do have a couple more of these kind of videos planned, so make sure you guys stick around and let me know if you've read any of these and if you enjoy them or not. I would love to hear it. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.